Hello. Hello, everybody. One thing I've forgotten to do, Darren's got the chat, I think, here, so hopefully we can keep an eye. Can we put that there so we can see what's going on?
You can indeed.
Excellent. Right, so welcome everybody to our live today. We have a few new guests in the chat, I've noticed, so thank you for everybody that supports MEADSY69 in coming over, and that's him, by the way, in coming over and saying hello and supporting my channel. We really appreciate it. So this is going to have nothing to do with gaming. It's not going to help your win ratio. It's not going to help with what other things do you help
Average
with?
damage. Like, we're not playing tanks, guys.
It's nothing to do with tanks.
This is not my channel.
This is not. Darren agreed today. We went out for lunch. Lovely lunch too.
It was
very nice.
Free as well.
It was. It was free, so even better. For my dad's birthday, so happy birthday, Dad. I know he won't be watching anyway, but happy birthday.
Darren, you look small.
We need a cushion. We need a cushion. So we're going to just basically, I'm going to find out what sort of taste my brother's got in fragrance. So we're going to go through some of my favourite fragrances, and I'm going to recommend a couple of things to him based on what he wears. I've given him a couple of fragrances already, and on the fragrances, sorry, just bear with me. I know this is really, really unprofessional. I don't, right. No, ignore it, right. I'm just thinking, I didn't put my phone in aeroplane mode. So
All right.
it might muck up, but if anything happens, we'll just go live again and just hit that live button. We'll send you back over to the new string. But hey, we have Hills in the house. Hello, Hilary. Thanks for joining us. So yeah, this is going to be fragrance related, so it might be boring to some, especially Darren's followers. But we're going to run through my favourite fragrances, some of my favourite fragrances, but they're different styles, and I'm going to explain what the styles are. Darren knows
Really got
literally.
to sit up because I really do look small.
You need a cushion or something. What can we do?
I'll just sit like that,
Anything
it's
there?
fine.
Yeah. I'll just sink down in the chair a little bit. So what we'll do is we'll run through some of the fragrances. I'll explain what they are, go through maybe some of the notes, and just go for the style they are, and we'll try and find out what he likes. And at the end of the stream, if there's a couple he likes, what we'll do is I'll decant a couple for him, and he can take a couple home, and hopefully he'll have more luck with the ladies.
Well,
That's not what fragrance is
any
for.
ladies out there, yeah. Single ring.
So if you're single and ready to mingle, hit him up. So yeah, no, thank you for everyone joining us in this early evening in the UK. I'm never usually live at this sort of time, so this makes a big change. I'm on a day off today, so that is why we're going live, and so is Darren. So we thought, you know what, let's use the time. I will stop waffling. Darren, do you want to introduce yourself to the people that are on my channel? They may have seen you in the chat before as MEADSY69,
Yeah.
the person making all the trouble.
Yep, I'm the one that makes the trouble on Tony
Just
Street.
tell them a little bit about what you do and what your channel is about.
I am MEADSY69, as some of you may have seen, and I run a gaming YouTube channel, mobile gaming, World of Tanks, Blitz. I currently have just past 45,000 subscribers.
Huge.
And been doing it for about four years now. So yeah, still going strong. And then I was pleasantly surprised when Tony, was it this year, said I'm going to start my YouTube channel. And obviously supporting him and giving him all the help
And he has.
that I can.
He has. We did a live, didn't we, on your channel where
We did.
I interviewed you, and I thought that went okay actually. I think
It was
it's something
fun.
different to
Yeah.
what you normally do. I enjoyed that. I really enjoyed it. And you know what? That stream, we said, didn't we, that I was getting close to 1,000. Do you remember?
Yeah, yeah.
I was at about 850 or something, 870, something like that. And we said hopefully through the live we'll try and get us to 1,000, because Darren's got a huge subscriber count, and if people really like him, so I think if they like him and we're brothers, they're naturally going to support, which is lovely. So Darren put a post out, a community post, saying he was going to be doing a live with me, and would they go and give me a follow. And without even doing the stream, I hit 1,000, didn't I?
Yeah, you did, yeah.
And
It's great because I go on to Tony's streams like every time he streams, and I'm always seeing some of my followers there. So it's good to see. Like, it is good to see.
should we do a special mention to the main person?
Yes, yes.
Because he's a main person on your channel as well, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. Yeah,
So
he's my moderator.
I haven't seen him in here yet.
No,
But
he's not here yet.
massive, special thank you, because he'll probably watch this back, to CJ, because he doesn't have to come into my lives. He's got no interest in fragrance. He doesn't know what we're talking about, and he does. He comes across, and I think it's brilliant.
He's American. He's a great guy. Great guy. So I don't know what he's probably at work at this kind of time. I don't know, but I do want you to do one thing. For there is a couple of people in the chat.
Okay, go on.
That we've got a saying,
Right.
and we say it every time, and it's yeah nah. So you have to say that yeah nah.
Oh God, what's this mean? Yeah, nah.
There we go, Batman and Jono. It's just
okay.
something we say, like it's like we say it as a hello, like
Do
yeah
you?
nah. I don't even know where one of my mates in the stream, he just said it one day, and it's
just stuck, is
it's
it?
just stuck to us. So
Excellent. So should we dive into what we're going to be doing today then?
Meadsy, will you play? No, I'm not playing.
Let's dive into what we're here for. So I've got a few fragrances in front of the camera here, and we're going to just give down. I've got my spray cards, got our spray cards ready, and I'm just going to see if I can get an idea for what Darren likes from the different fragrances I've got. So I've got, just to give you an idea of some of the different types, I've got some sweet fragrances, some fougere type fragrances. I've got some Gourmand, I've got a traditional sort of designer scent, I've got a citrusy scent, I've got a boozy scent. So I've got some nice ones, and I'd like Darren to try them and see if his taste is similar to mine or not.
And the best thing is that everything he's just said is like blah 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 to me. I know nothing about fragrances, like absolutely nothing.
Zero. Zero. So right, let's spray the first one.
Okay.
So we're going to start off with something, this is quite traditional. It's something that is a bit old school, a bit like me really. And the old school vibe of this, and the fragrance I'm going to be showing him, he doesn't know what any of these are even. So I can't influence him. I can't influence a novice nose. He knows what, he's never seen any of it. He may have seen one fragrance, which I'll show him in the bottle in a moment. In fact, I'm pretty certain he would have seen it and or heard of it.
I know just as much about fragrances as Tony does about tanks. Like,
Hey, I've completed that game. I'll CJ.
That says it.
I've completed it.
Twice.
Yeah. Right, I'm up to level like 33 or something. Yeah.
It's impossible.
Right, so this is the Parfum version. This is the stronger version of this. This is, like I said, a citrus aromatic. It is something that is a bit traditional, a bit old school vibes, a bit dad vibe going on. You can probably smell it already,
Okay.
but there is some sweetness there. Let's just see if Darren likes that or not. Just be honest of what you get from it.
That's not too bad, actually. I don't know if I'd wear that. But
Do you think it's like a bit too daddy for you?
yeah, definitely. Yeah, I don't think I'd actually wear that.
Fresh though?
Yeah, very.
Clean?
Yeah. But it's not just...
I wear that. I like wearing that with a suit, so like proper suited up, white shirt, suit on, looking sharp, and that is just like you can tell it's quite bright,
Yeah.
but not something you would wear.
No, it's not something I'd wear.
Okay. Never can be too daddy. Matt likes this. Matt's from Pocket Sense. Matt, we've got one of yours in here if you want to stay, mate. So I want to see what Darren's thoughts are on it. So stay tuned for that. Right, next. If he doesn't like this one, I'm not sure he's going to like the next one either. People in the fragrance community know what this is. It's become a bit of a classic and definitely one of my favourites in my collection. And that is Zaharoff Pour Homme. Now, the story behind this, Darren, there's a guy that we've got to know in the fragrance community.
Yeah, I've seen your live stream.
Yeah, George.
Yeah.
Lovely, lovely bloke over in Chicago. And he sent me this bottle all the way from Chicago. It's not cheap either. So this was like one of the first gifted fragrances that I've got. So it means sentimental value to me is quite high on it as well. So don't slate it. No, do what you want. Do what you want. Right, nice presentation as well.
Very nice.
So let's give this a quick spray and see what Darren thinks of this one too.
No Batman, I haven't.
There we go.
See, that is actually quite nice.
So there's a lot of spice in it. So I would class this as quite a spicy fragrance. There are a lot of spice in there. There's a little bit of oud, which I'll explain what that is later.
I don't know what oud is.
No, don't know what. I could say all the notes to him. He doesn't even know what they are. All he'll know is whether it smells nice or not.
But that is something I'd wear. That is
Yeah.
actually quite nice, yeah. Definitely.
Excellent. So thumbs up for Saharov. So we'll put that one to that side. That's one that he definitely likes. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll make a little note on what they are, and then you can go back at the end and find out what your favourites are. Right, the next one, if anyone watches my channel, they know that I absolutely love this fragrance. It's probably one of the favourites that I have in my whole collection. I don't want that to influence Darren. Darren will just be honest. If he thinks it's rubbish, he'll just tell me it's rubbish. So this is The Chronic by Byron Parfums. Evening, John. Thanks for joining. Evening, Heather. I don't know if there's any. If you can keep an eye on any questions.
Yeah,
that
my
may pop up.
it's lagging a bit.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Right. So this is The Chronic. This is. Just stop. Sorry, mate. I nearly had a little orgasm there.
Don't mind me.
Completely different to the other two.
That's very nice. Yeah, that's really, really nice. That is. I'd definitely wear that.
Sweet, rich.
Very sweet.
Not something you would have tried anything like it before.
No, never.
So when you get into the fragrance world and you try all the things in boots, you'll never try anything like this. And what you then fall deep into this because you think, wow, I need to find things that top that.
Yeah, that's very, very nice.
So we're always half after that sort of holy grail in the fragrance world that we can't stop buying things, as you can see from behind me.
See, with us,
trying to find the next thing.
That know nothing. We are like dupe, or however you say it, and
Yep.
I think I've got one other which is Calvin Klein,
Hi, Tara.
and that's it. We don't look at all these fancy names. It's normally dupe's like the one that we always buy. Just dupe.
Just stuff in
Just
boots,
dupe.
really.
Yeah.
But there will be another one in here you will
And
definitely
whatever
have
I
heard
get
of.
for Christmas. That's
Yes. Right, so that is The Chronic, and you like that one.
very nice. Yeah.
Favourite so far?
Yeah. Yeah. Better than that.
Okay. I can still smell it in the air. It's just gorgeous. Right, the next one. So we're staying on the similar theme here. This is another Gourmand style fragrance. One of my favourites. This is, you could probably buy about 4 or 5 bottles, bigger bottles as well, of this next one for the same price as that one. That's over £100 for that one.
Yeah, I'd never pay £100.
This one is about £30.
Saying that, your fragrance is like I've paid on my channel on the game I play.
Yeah.
I've paid £100 for a tank.
Well, there you
So
go.
it's-
There you go. It's all relative,
and
isn't it?
you would be the same, like £100 for a tank. But
Yeah, I would be. So Mia's a massive fan of that. Mia introduced me to that fragrance. She sent me a sample and I just fell in love with it.
Yeah.
And I had to have it ever since. I've been hankering after it. So it's one of those things where I'm trying to find it, never found anything like it and had to buy it. Right, this next one is another one that I think Mia and Nigel introduced me to. And this is Louis Carden's Sacred. This is called a Gourmand fragrance. A Gourmand fragrance is something that is sweet, like pudding-like.
I love puddings.
In a smell, in a smell. So this is another favourite of this type of profile for me. So I want you to just get your nose on this and see what you think. Completely different again. All these are going to be very different.
So I'm not too sure about that one.
No,
No.
too sweet.
Yeah, I wouldn't wear that.
There's lots of vanilla in it.
Yeah, I
No.
wouldn't wear that one.
Too girly. You can be honest if you think something's like
Yeah, I'd
too
say,
feminine or masculine or something.
I'd say it's a bit too feminine.
Okay. Darren will go back to these at the end and we'll see what his favourites were. They might be a bit different in the dry down. Fragrances, for the people that are watching that don't know much about the fragrances, they are, everyone's different, everyone likes different things. So not one fragrance is better than another. It's all in the nose of the beholder. But fragrances can change quite a lot So if you, the first spray might be very different to how it settles, not only on the card, but how it is on the skin. Everyone's skin chemistry is different, so it might smell slightly different on you to what it does on me.
Yeah.
It might wear way quicker on you than it does on me, or the vice versa. So fragrances are very different for everybody. So there isn't one fragrance that everyone picks up and loves. The next person might not love it.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's sacred. But the next one, we're going to go with a designer fragrance that Darren's definitely heard of before. I would say definitely has. You must have seen this advertised by Johnny Depp
Yes,
on the
yes,
TV.
I've
This
heard of
is,
it, yeah.
I think I'm right in saying this, one of the best-selling fragrances of all time, and it is Dior Sauvage. There are different versions of this. I won't go into that. They all have a similar note profile. So this is huge. If you go out on the high street or out in the nightclub at night, there'll be a lot of people wearing this. It's quite well liked. In the fragrance community,
Yeah.
not so much.
Right.
So, but let's make your own mind up on it. Have you not smelt this before, do you not think? I think you're going to like this.
It's not too bad. It just, that smells like just the standard, well, just the standard aftershave you'd put on, like,
Yep.
just a normal.
That's why I put it in. I put it in. I wanted a standard designer
Yeah.
fragrance. But do you like it?
Yes.
Would you wear it?
Yes.
It's nice and clean.
Yeah.
It lasts quite well as well. Excellent. So that is. I thought it'd like that a lot more actually. So I'm a bit surprised that a little bit underwhelming that one. But he likes it. But so far it sounds like the Chronic is still your favourite.
Yes.
Okay. Right. Next one is someone in the chat. I hope he's still here. This is one of my favourite fragrances from his collection, and it's from pocketscents.co.uk, and the name of the fragrance is Purple Gourmand. So another sweet style fragrance, pudding style fragrance. Gourmand is, that's what that is. So let's see what Darren thinks of this. You can see decanted a fair bit of that off, and I've used a bit as well, so the bottle's going. Let's see what Darren thinks of this one. Now this is 100% unisex, so could go either way. I like this, Becca likes it, we like it equally, and we would both wear this.
Okay.
Again, you'll think it's completely different to everything else.
Definitely, what you said about pudding, it's definitely.
You can ask questions, yes, fire away. If we see the questions, we'll answer them.
It's not too bad. I don't think it's as good as the rest.
No?
But I can definitely, what you said about the pudding, like, sweet. But yeah, I don't think it's as good as the others.
Okay.
It's still,
You like it?
yeah, it's not bad.
Okay. You'd wear it or not?
Yeah, I'd wear it.
But you're not fussy?
No. I'd wear anything.
If I just sent Darren a fragrance, he'd just wear it.
Yeah.
To be fair, anything I just said,
a pound
here,
shop.
wear this, it's good. He'll go, all right, just wear it. Right, next. So this is, so I would say high-end designer. Another, anyone that watches my fragrance, oh, who are these ugly mugs? So,
Hi, Becca.
Becca. That's not the time, is it? No. So Becca's at work. You shouldn't be on this. What are you doing on here?
Busted.
Busted. Right, so anyone that watches my channel knows that this is one of my favourites, and you can see I'm getting through that as well. And I'm really scared of
Lovely
this bottle.
presentation.
Do you like that?
I love it, yeah.
Christian Dior. And this is Dior Homme Intense. Now, the reason I wanted to show you this is not only is it one of my favourite, this is marketed for men, but there is a note in here that is quite feminine.
Right.
And it's called iris, so it's a flower. But and this whole fragrance is based around that note, but it's marketed to men.
Yeah.
Just happens to be one of my favourite. I don't want that to influence you. If you don't like it, just say. I'm not going to be offended. I've got lots of fragrances, so just be honest, because don't forget, I'm going to decant you probably two favourites and give you some. I'll be gutted if it's this because I'm running out. And I can't. The new formulations of these aren't as good.
Right.
So formulations change over years; they get weaker, and this is the pre-formulation. So this is called Dior Intense. Let's see if Darren likes it or not.
That's nice.
Completely different to the others again.
Yeah, very.
Not what you're expecting.
No, but that's definitely something I would wear.
Powdery. Being honest.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So.
And I'd definitely put that up there with that one.
With the Chronic, really? Really?
Mm.
You're not getting any. So,
Wouldn't mind having a bottle of that myself. Yeah.
no, Darren's chat's lagging. So apologies if we aren't responding to all your comments. We had Darren's phones here, but his phone is useless, not an iPhone, so it's going to be
Well,
useless.
Tony hasn't gave me the Wi-Fi, has he? So
Oh, should I have given you the Wi-Fi? You should have said.
that's all right.
So
But yeah, that's really nice.
that's really nice. Let's write what that is. So that is Dior Homme.
I don't think it's as good as that one.
You still like the
I
Chronic the
still like
most?
that one better, yeah.
Okay, so that's there. So these Sacred you was okay with, those you're okay with. You quite liked that. It's a har off, so we'll put that just below those two. And those you're not really that fussed about at the moment. Right, okay. Let's move on to another one. The next one we're going to do is another designer fragrance. This is going to be something that's much more mass appealing, much easier to wear. Some of the fragrances I've shown Darren so far have been quite rich. This is going to be much lighter and easier to wear. So this is associated with being like a summer scent or a holiday scent. So it's a citrus fragrance. And the one that I've gone with is Versace Man Eau Fraiche, which is one of my favourite freshies. So let's see what Darren thinks of this one. Nice presentation again.
Yeah. Not too bad. Again, it's not. It's just an everyday. I'd say that was an everyday sort of just chuck on before you go to work or.
Yeah, it is definitely that. It's these type of fragrances. The Dior lasts a lot longer, the Sauvage, but this on me doesn't perform that well.
Yeah.
But how I imagine it, why I like it, really high heat, really hot and sweaty,
Yeah.
or on holiday by the pool, that would smell really pleasant.
Yeah, I like it.
You
Definitely
might
like
not.
it.
You might not wear it on, say, I don't know, a cold evening on a date somewhere, like bonfire night, for example. You would just never smell it.
Yeah.
And it wears away quite quickly, especially if you've got a load of clothes on and stuff. You just probably won't get much whisk with it. But you like it?
But yeah, I like that.
You'd wear it?
Yeah, I'd wear it. Not as much as them three, but
I like that fragrance when it's about 10 minutes in. It just changes slightly, because there's a lot of fragrances out there that are quite like that. Still going back to the Chronic. Right, so that's probably in there somewhere.
yeah, a bit above that.
In with the others.
Yeah.
Right, so next, we are getting through this quite quickly actually. Next we're going to go with a boozy fragrance. So boozy is, a lot of people that aren't into fragrance might think that that's something that you've been out on a night out and you're going to smell like booze. That's not what we mean by it. So a booze fragrance is something that smells like a whiskey.
Kebabs and chips.
Yeah,
kind of
exactly.
thing,
Yeah, like you do often. So this is like a whiskey note or a rum note, but that note, when you smell the actual thing itself, when you just take in a gulp of it, that smell you get, rather than the after smell, if that makes sense. So something that's associated as a positive, not a negative with it.
Yeah.
I'm really interested to get your thoughts on this. Now, I've not given this massive wearings yet, because I've picked this up just a couple of months ago and it was high heat. So I'm really looking forward to trying this when the weather turns, when it starts getting really cold.
Yeah.
December. This is my December fragrance. So let's give this a go.
See, we wouldn't sit there and, like, people that know nothing about fragrances, we wouldn't sit. Yeah, this is definitely a November to December kind of fragrance.
No, you just put it on any time.
You
It don't
just
mean
put it-
anything.
Yeah, it means
But
nothing.
if you that I've said like summer, high heat, and I've said why it wouldn't probably work in December.
Yeah.
Because of the cold weather and you're wrapped up warm, it'll just disappear. You won't smell it. Whereas this you would, because it's much richer. Whereas you won't probably want to wear this in high heat because it'd probably be too much.
Right.
So just give that a go and see what you think.
It's nice.
Can you smell any sort of booze in there, would you say? It's quite sweet as well.
No, see, I can't smell.
You can't smell it. It's got like a rum note, a rum accord in there. I'll spray it. Let's give it one more spray. Get it fresh because I was talking.
Now I can. Definitely the rum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you like it? Something you'd wear or not?
Probably not.
No?
No.
So that's not one of your favourites
No,
of them?
I wouldn't.
Okay. So that is booze out of the question then. That is called Pure Malt by Thierry Mugler. Do you like the bottle?
The bottle's okay.
Bit tacky or not?
Yeah, it's... I mean,
Right.
It's too much, I think, too.
I've gone with another fragrance. Actually, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to get the original out. I've got a decant. Bear with me 1 second. I'm just going to be the other side of the camera here. You have to put up with Darren's ugly mug instead. Right. Got a lot of decants in here. So let me just grab the one out that I want him to try. Now, this one is £215 for 100 odd mil.
£215.
Yep, and it is one of the most well-known fragrances in our community, but it's also become quite a well-known fragrance outside of the community.
Right.
So a lot of people have heard of this. You probably haven't. But don't mean that in a bad way, because you're not into fragrance at all. But if you're not in the fragrance community, but you like fragrances, you've probably heard of this. And it is a decant, so you'll have to excuse that. But it's a good size one. And it is, I don't know if you can see that, but it is Creed Aventus. I'm not sure if anyone has heard of this on Darren's channel. Let us know if you have. But this is Creed Aventus. Let's give it a go.
Never heard of it.
This is, I think you'll like it. I think you will. But let's give it a go. Let's see what Darren thinks. I don't know if you're getting a whiff of that already.
No. That's really nice. Yeah, that's really nice. Again, I don't think it's better than the Chronic.
Ooh.
But very close.
Your second favourite?
Yeah.
Do you know, can you pick up what one of the main notes are in it? There is a main note that we ask our listeners every single time. Our first question we ask people on our lives, what do you like on pizza? Would you have...
We had this argument when I live streamed the other day.
Yeah.
It literally...
Can you smell it?
A little bit, I can.
It's pineapple.
Now. Yeah, now. But yeah, we had this on my live stream the other day. Does pineapple belong on pizza? For me, yes, it does. Because I love pineapple. Ham and pineapple pizza is my favourite.
Have you ever had pepperoni and pineapple?
I don't like pepperoni.
You twat.
But yeah, that's really nice. I'd definitely put that second.
Don't start the pineapple argument again. CJ's in. Boo.
CJ.
Hello, CJ. Hello. So Darren really likes Aventus, and there's a surprise. So next, I'm just going to try something, and I'm going to put it on your skin. So we have an oud-based fragrance. I'm not going to tell Darren what oud is or what it does, but it is from Scent Celine, and this is called Dubai Oud. Now, this actually isn't that challenging. It's quite nice. I'm not sure Darren will like it though. So let's see. It comes. This is an oil, so it's got a roller ball. I'm going to put a little bit on Darren's skin because it's going to be a little bit difficult to do that on the card. So I'm going to just put a little bit there.
I don't like that one. Yeah, I don't like that at all.
Can you tell us why or not?
I don't know. It's just for me. It smells horrible. Yeah, I definitely wouldn't wear that.
He's going to wash that off straight away after. He don't know what to do with it now.
Get it off me.
Get it off me. No, I was wondering whether you like that or not.
No, I don't like that at all.
Okay, so yeah, it's quite a strong fragrance. Actually, it's not actually that challenging oud. Oud can be known as like one of the more challenging notes in fragrance. it's quite a smooth oud, actually. If you've not tried this from Sensoline, they're based in Leeds. It's actually a really smooth oud, but it's definitely not Darren's cup of tea. Does it smell? I'll try and help you along with this. Does it smell quite Eastern to you? Arabian?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's very popular in that region. This is the type of fragrance people might wear in those regions. So it's strong, isn't it?
Yeah.
Very strong. And actually, I can smell it like mad now. It won't go away. If you want it to go away, just have another little smell of the Chronic or Aventus or...
That's fine.
Yep. So I think we've established that... Oh, no. I've got a couple more. I'm really sorry. Right. This is the most... It's not... I don't think it's the most expensive fragrance I own, but it's one of the most expensive... It's the most expensive fragrance I've personally invested and purchased. And I picked this up when I went to London recently. And this was my treat to myself.
Oh.
And so this is my baby.
So I can't.
You might not like it. Oh, no, I don't mind. I don't mind if you really like it. I've got a big enough bottle to be able to spare some for you. So this is PERFUME Roma.
I'm still talking about pineapple and pizza.
And this is Dolce and Fundo. So this is a rich fragrance again. Quite you'll see from the colour. Presentation okay?
Yeah. We'll try it.
So let's give Darren a quick spray of this and see if he's got that similar taste to me. So far, he likes Aventus. I like Aventus. He likes the Chronic. I like the Chronic. I'm into probably a lot more because I'm into fragrance and I'm interested in the notes and I'm interested in what they smell like, so I'm intrigued by it. Darren isn't intrigued by it at all. He's doing this for me. He's not doing it for him. Interested. This is gorgeous, by the way. If you've not tried this, wow.
I don't know what it smells like. I don't like it as the rest of the others.
No?
No. But there's a smell that's familiar, but I don't quite know what.
Probably vanilla.
That's the one.
It is a very vanilla.
I was going to say
fragrance.
vanilla, but I didn't want to make myself look stupid.
No, it's fine. It's a very vanilla heavy fragrance.
Yeah.
I love vanilla fragrances. That's
wouldn't-
probably why I like
Yeah,
it.
I was going to say I probably wouldn't wear this, to be honest.
Okay, too sweet for you, or
Yeah.
is it? Would you say it's like too? You can use
It's
it,
too vanilla-y.
right? And would you associate that with? If I wore that, do you think it would just be that it's sweet, or do you think I'd smell like a girl? You can be honest. If you don't think that or do think
I
it,
think it's definitely more feminine.
okay, that tells you something about me, doesn't it?
Yeah.
yeah. So that's
Yeah,
not.
I wouldn't wear that.
You wouldn't wear that.
You can keep
I can
your,
keep my baby.
yeah, really feminine.
Right, from the same company, and this is really strange. I carry this around with me because I just love the smell so much. I'm wondering why I didn't get the full bottle of this as well. This came in the same box. They decanted an oil for me into a lovely, lovely little rollerball atomizer, and this is from the same company. And this literally, Phoebe puts this a little bit on her wrist before school every day. It's quite powerful stuff again. And I love the little chrome lid. It's just gorgeous presentation. And look at the colour of the juice. It is lovely. But again, Darren, it might be, if you don't like this, this might be a little bit too sweet for your taste. But it might take the nose away from the other side. Have you got it on this one, that one?
Yeah.
So let's put it on the other side, because this is completely different. I think that you will probably find it too sweet.
Yeah, I don't like that.
No?
No.
And how sad is that? I carry that around in my pocket.
That's pretty sad.
Yeah, it's really sad. It's just the right size.
Yeah, it's not bad, but I wouldn't wear it.
No?
No.
You see why Phoebe likes it?
Yeah, definitely.
Very sweet, isn't it?
Yeah.
Vanilla again.
Mhm.
Lots of vanilla. That is a vanilla bomb as well.
Yeah, it's not something I'd wear.
Okay, so so the two fragrances that I'm going to be decanting for Darren are Aventus. So Chronic and Aventus. Oh, whoops, whoopsie. So have a smell of those again. I want to see if you have got a favourite of the two 100%. Now they're drying down as well.
Still this one.
The Chronic.
Yeah.
So, at least Darren's got some taste. He hasn't...
I still love the one you gave me. I don't even know what it's called. That's
right,
how much.
so I'll tell you what that is. That is 1 million. So I'll spray that for Darren, see if he thinks that this is familiar to what he has. This is a really well-known fragrance. It's quite spicy, but it's very like bubblegummy and stuff. Very popular fragrance. Very popular. One of the best sellers again.
Yeah.
Familiar?
Yeah.
And you like that?
Yeah, I love that one. Always actually wearing it. That's something I'd put on in the morning.
Yeah.
Especially when I have the boys. And then in the evening when I drop the boys home to the mum, she would then say, "What have you got on? Because it smells nice." Like,
wow,
this
all those hours later.
Hours, yeah.
And that smells familiar to it.
Yeah.
So you'd buy that bottle for yourself.
I would.
They do them in
that.
different sizes. You can get little bottles like that, or up to 100 ml, and you can buy them quite cheap now.
Well, I'm quite lucky because I've got a brother into fragrances, so you can
just decant some off for them. Yeah. So there is one others. If you really like that, then we're going to try him on Privé. So this is a flanker. So I don't know if you've ever heard that expression before.
Flanker wanker. That's all I've
heard.
heard.
A flanker. Get it right. So so a flanker is something that is similar. Is like made as a side spin to the original. So it's got a lot of the similar. Sometimes it has anyway. It has a lot of the similar notes in, and then they just changes it slightly and goes one way or another. Yep. So one might go more towards nighttime, one might go more towards sort of daytime or fresher. But they tend to use a similar DNA and then spin off in different directions, especially if it's a popular fragrance like this.
Yeah.
So this has a few flankers, as you can probably imagine. And they do women's versions of it as well. So it's been a very, very successful fragrance for Paco Rabanne. It's massive. So this is called 1 million Privé. It will smell quite similar. I just want to see if you like that as much as that one.
Very similar.
Yeah.
I don't know if I definitely prefer the other one.
I think the original 1 million is spicier.
But
this is a bit sweeter.
But yeah, I'll definitely wear that.
Definitely wear it.
Yeah.
And would you say you prefer, if you sniff that alongside the Chronic, I want to see.
Probably still that.
Right. So I've always after that Holy Grail, and the Chronic for me was that Holy Grail, and I picked it up, and everything we try and smell since you liked Dior Homme as well, didn't you? You liked that one.
Yeah.
Everything I've tried to smell since, I'm really trying to find something as good, if not better than that, and I've always struggled. So it's not a surprise that you like it. We're brothers, we should like similar things, you'd think. You'd think. So the Chronic is Darren's favourite, followed by Aventus. Would you say you like Aventus better, and you quite like Zaharoff as well? Would you say you like Aventus as much as the 1 million?
No.
No, you prefer 1 million.
I prefer the 1 million over
wow,
that.
okay. And that is a hell of a lot cheaper. That's £200 a bottle. 1 million, you could probably pick up a big bottle for around 40, 50 quid now. Probably 50, 60 quid, which isn't that bad. It's not, you're not spending hundreds and hundreds of pounds. And investing in a big bottle like that, that'll last you for ages. As long as you don't like spray it everywhere. Sorry, got a dog noise. So Darren's favourite, I think it's quite safe to say, was the Chronic. I'll be decanting more of my bottle off. The amount of people I've sent this out to, as you can see, it's, again, a bit of a dent being made in that bottle. But I don't mind sharing. It's absolutely fine.
Sharing's caring.
Sharing is caring. Is there anything you want to chat about while we're here? Should we get on to something different?
Well, we've
got a bit more time, haven't we?
People can ask questions.
Yeah, should we go to some questions?
I'm in no rush.
Have you got any questions for me? Any questions for Darren? Do you know if this can stay up permanently? I think it does disappear, doesn't it? Is Meadsy gay?
What one? He's the one that loves fragrances.
Yes, you'd say I am. What are my tattoos of? And yours. Darren's got a sleeve. I've got a sleeve. Darren's of his family. I've got pictures of my family as well. I don't know if you like my upside down lion there. So yeah, we're both into our tattoos, into our sleeves, but that is one of my faves.
Sorry, I can only take that request while you're listening to music or a podcast.
Whoops.
That told you.
That told me. Any other questions? One question. What is your opinion on Tom Ford scents? I love Tom Ford fragrances. I am becoming a bit of a Tom Ford fanboy, being honest. I've just picked a few up recently and woo,
Hi, Adam.
some of them are incredible. So, any other questions? Adam said hi. What's your drink, mate? Darren's like...
Just an energy drink.
Darren's a Povey energy drink. I'm on the American Canada Dry. Have you ever tried that before? Give that a little go, Dal. See what you think of that.
What is it? Ginger ale?
It doesn't taste that ginger, though. I think you'll like it.
It's not bad. I wouldn't buy it.
Right, Meadsy, smash or pass Pantooth? Darren will understand.
Nah. You know the answer to that.
How old are you both? That's a good question. I'm old. He's not so old. Darren, you go first.
I'm 32.
And I am 40.
Much older.
40.
Darren hasn't called your mum. Oh, what's that?
Oh,
I missed that.
oh. Message deleted, but sorry, Heather. Heather, I didn't mean to do that. I'm so sorry. I don't know what's going on. Heather, could you type that again? Because we were reading it and I pressed it. Sorry, Heather. Apologies. Could you type that again for me? Would you rather have Darren's face and your body or your face and Darren's body? Ask Darren as well. Oh, now if you'd gone back a few months ago...
If you'd have gone back 6 months ago, it would have been completely the opposite.
Yeah, it would have been. Yeah, but I don't know if we're still live or not.
It's gone back live now. It's gone back live. It says you're live.
Oh, thank God for that. Okay, so yeah, Darren's answer to that, sorry, would have been different. So I think he would now go with his face and his body. But you got to pick one or the other. I would go with now my face and Darren's body.
I'd be the same.
Would you? My face and your body?
Yeah.
That would be sick. Tony, you're the master of glitches. I know. Someone phoned
Is
me.
the stream okay? Right, let me just check. Well, my phone's rubbish.
We're just going to see if...
Is the stream okay now, guys?
Could someone just see if you can just let us know if we're okay or not?
Stream is good.
Oh, thank you. Thanks, CJ. So,
Always rely on CJ.
Heather, could you let us know that question again, please? Because
I think she said. Darren hasn't called his mum during this stream.
No, you haven't. String gets stuck sometimes. Oh, sorry. We're a little bit further
Heather,
away.
it's only normally because when I watch Tony's streams, I'm at home, and if I've got my boys, I'm in the living room, and my mum's like, "Oh, is that Tony?" And then she starts like giving the shit, you know.
Yeah, she starts
Shall
showing
I call
off.
him? Yeah, she does.
Starts
Shall I
showing
call
off.
him?
She knows what she's doing. Darren is a youngling. He is. What got
32.
you?
I've got more kids than Tony has.
He has. Yeah, he's been busier than I have. What got you into fragrance business, Tony, and what did you do for A-levels? I did art and graphic design, and then I did some GCSEs at the same time as my A-levels. I didn't finish them because I went to do a full-time job, which I'm still gutted about now, but hey, I am a car salesman, so this is a hobby to me. This whole thing is a hobby, so I'm not in the fragrance industry. I just like fragrances and create content around that. So a bit like Darren really with the tanks. He's creating content. He's earning a little bit of money
Around my
now from it.
full-time job.
Exactly.
Even though I'm earning more now playing tanks than I do actually my work, but it's still just a hobby.
What did Meadsy get in his exam and my exams? I done better. Let's just say
I've done
that.
nothing. I've done nothing.
How long
I
has
got
Darren
nothing.
been playing World of Tank Blitz?
5 years.
5 years. What type of cars do you sell? Kias. Has Darren got a Kia?
Yes.
Yes. Has my mum got a Kia?
Yes. Only because we get it cheap. Like, we get discount.
Yeah, we do. Anything else? 5-year noob. So people been playing a lot longer than you.
The game's been for 6 years.
6 years.
But still, 5 years for a mobile game.
It's a long time, isn't it? Family discount. We do get family discount, Russell. Thank you. And thanks for joining, by the way. What is your dream job? Ask both. What's your dream job, Darren?
To be honest, I haven't got a dream job. It's
You happy at the moment?
yeah, I'm good. I get to do most of my content at work. Like,
Personally, I'll be honest here, I think I've told you this, I would like to get to a point where I can do this full time. And it was never meant to be that at the start, but as things move on,
yeah.
and I just think to myself, I think the biggest thing is working weekends. I work, as you know, you work shifts as well, but
Yeah.
I work
Not as bad as yours.
I
Yours
work
is
virtually
like-
every weekend, and it is like literally time away from the family, which I just hate. My boys have grown up with me doing that all the way through, and at some point, it's going to get to a point where I just cannot do more weekends. And I'm not at that point at the moment. I'm quite happy doing both, but eventually, it'd be nice to get into something where I don't have to do the weekends anymore.
Yeah. See, I'm quite lucky with that because I work 4 on 4 off, so it works out. I get 4 weekends off.
Yeah.
And then I get 4 weekends
Weekends
out
in,
of work. But
yeah.
I'm still getting, then if I'm working weekend, I'm getting like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday off. So
Yeah.
it's not bad.
Have you seen what CJ's put there? I mean, Tony has completed the game. Dan, what is your issue? I think you're milking it now. I have completed it. Why is it that Meadsy's more tan than you? Different dad.
He's adopted.
He got there quicker than me, Dan.
I had to get there quicker.
What are your...
How much have I spent in the game? Actually, I've requested how much I've spent from the game.
Right, okay.
Are
they gonna let you know?
They're going to let me know. It's like the data protection stuff that you can do now.
Right, okay.
So it takes up to like 30 days.
Really?
So I know it's a lot.
Is
It's a
it going to be scary?
for you. It'll be scary but for the guys that play the game, it's probably like.
Really?
If I was to tell you how much I'd spent in 5 years, roughly, you would be shocked.
Oh, dear.
That Kia that I've got outside,
Yeah.
that you sold me, it would have paid for that.
Really?
But I can justify it because like if I go today, I don't have to do it now because I work not for the game, but
They are, Russell,
I'm,
you're right.
I'm like in partnership with the game sort of thing,
Right.
so I get free stuff and stuff like that.
But you have spent a lot.
Where before, where I say to you like I spent say £100 on one tank, that was to make footage.
Yeah.
But then I'd get that £100 back through
YouTube in a way.
adverts and stuff like that.
So-
So I can justify how much. I
So if
spent
people
for that.
on your channel complain about you, we call it an out. I don't know if have you heard this. Have you heard this expression shilling?
No.
No. So a shilling would be, for example, what's the name of the people that make the game? I know it's World of Tank Blitz.
Wargaming.
Wargaming. So if Wargaming came to you and said, "Dow, look, we've got this new tank that's coming out, and we're going to give you the tank, but we really need you to tell everybody how good it is. So they will buy
The
it."
thing is,
That is called shilling.
the thing is, when I make a review on a new tank, people actually think the game. If I think it's a good tank, and I say, right, guys, this is a good tank, I get blasted in the comments. Wargaming are paying you like they actually think they are paying me, but the game would never, ever tell me to say, you have to say this.
Yeah.
Like, I'm in partnership with them in a way. I'm a contributor, like a community contributor.
Yeah.
For them. Basically, that means I work closely with them. They invite me to Minsk. Last year, they invited me to Minsk, Belarus, to go fully paid. We go Tank Fest, which is in Bovington, near Southampton, somewhere down that way.
Okay.
And they pay for all that. So, but they'd never say, right, we've got this tank coming, you have to say this. Never.
Yeah.
So they wouldn't do it. And I wouldn't anyway. If I don't like a tank, I'd say to them, it's a shit tank. Don't buy it.
So it's funny you saying that. I use that expression shilling. We get the same thing in the fragrance community. I haven't had it yet because I'm not big enough for people to really know who I am.
Yeah.
I've got my little tiny community, which I love them all, but it's not as big as you. So let's say I get to 40-something thousand followers reviewing fragrances,
Yeah.
and a company is naturally going to want to push that through my channel, and they might say, could you review the Chronic for us?
Yep.
And I go on camera and go, literally, this is my holy grail. I fucking love this fragrance.
Yeah.
I could recommend this to anybody. Then there's always going to be that slight doubt, isn't there, from
Yeah, of
people
course,
the
yeah.
other side of the camera that are going to go,
Yeah.
has he been paid to do this?
Yeah, of course.
He got a free fragrance,
Yep.
so yeah, of course he's going to like it.
Yeah.
So you've got to. You know, we've been brought up to be really honest anyway.
Yep.
It's part of our family makeup. If I don't sit quite right ever lying about something anyway.
Yeah.
I've learnt that in the car trade. I've learnt that in life. I'm too old for all that nonsense in my
Which is
opinion.
what my community, like, hopefully know about me. Like, it's not all about, like, I got offered, do you know is it Huari? The phone?
Yeah, the phone, yeah.
They've now bring out, like, an app store. And all the World of Tanks Blitz YouTubers got offered an advertisement for them.
Right.
where they would pay us. It was $500 to make a 10-minute advert for them about
okay.
this app store.
Wow.
All of these guys, the YouTubers, done it, and I mean, I wanted to be a bit of a cock, like, and because one guy that got he's got 2,000 subscribers, and he got offered. That's the one, yeah. So he got offered the same amount, and he's got 2,000 subs, and he had 200 views. So I went back to Huawei or whatever, and I said, look, not being funny, but I've got 45,000 subs. I'm going to get 20,000 views. I don't want the same amount of money as this guy got. I don't think it's fair. So they've offered me, it rounded up to be about $900 for one 10-minute video. And then I started looking into it, and apparently they're not too well known at the moment in about China and the data protection and stuff like that, where they buy, I don't know, but I read all the comments on people's, and I was like, I can't believe you've done this with this company's a scam. So I then ended up just like, you know what, no, I don't thank you for the 800 or 600 pound video like I'd get for 10 minutes, but I end up turning it down.
Yeah.
Just because it's not what the community. I'm a community guy. Like, as you might have seen, I'm always giving people shout outs, like trying to help them along. And reading some of the comments about this company, it was just like, I don't want to, just for the money, and so I turned that down.
Yeah.
And it's again, it's just being honest, and look, I don't want to do it because I don't want hate on my channel for doing it just like these other guys have got. So I turned down the money, and it's a lot of money to turn down for 10 minutes, £800 in 10 minutes, but
Yeah.
I can earn that in a couple of months. Obviously, if I lose all these subscribers, I'd lose that money.
Yeah,
so
of course you would. Yeah, it's an ongoing concern where you're going to want to still continue growing, and if that's detriment to your channel long term, it could be quite damaging.
Yeah, exactly.
You got to ethically do it right.
Yeah.
You know what? If you're in it for business, and it is your business, and this is what I don't get in the fragrance community. If you're lying, that's a different matter, but people will still find out about that very quickly.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
If people that are into their fragrances get a fragrance through based on my recommendation and they get it, and there are going to be some people that don't like what I like. You've just sat there now, and there's different things we like. Everyone's different, so fragrance is quite subjective. But like tanks, you might love a tank, and the next person might hate it.
Yeah.
But with fragrance, if I get paid to do something, which eventually, you know what, I'd love to be in a position where I'm taking on jobs and taking on things. It's like literally my dream job.
Yeah.
There are loads of content creators out there in different industries doing exactly the same, and they don't get that same criticism.
No.
So it could be someone that's famous or a celebrity that pushes a swimwear costume, and she might just go onto YouTube and just do a minute ad in this swimwear ad, like diving into the water or something, and she'll get paid God knows how much for that. Does she get criticised for doing that? That's her business.
Yeah.
So why is it different for someone else who earns a living? You're earning a living from this. You could give up your job if you wanted to.
Yep.
Why should people feel the right to criticise you if you're doing it in an honest way?
Yeah.
And I think that someone new to a channel doesn't necessarily know that, and they can judge you.
Yeah.
But people that have been following you from the beginning, they should know your taste. They should know what you're like and accept what you do as a business.
Yeah.
With this, I think with fragrance, I think that'll be a little bit harder, because it's you're pushing something that you've been given for free, and people, it just don't sit right with some people.
Yeah.
I can understand that point of view massively, but I don't envy any other channel doing it. I really don't.
Yeah.
I'm pleased for them. If someone gets a brand new Tom Ford fragrance out and they love it and tell everybody this is great, as long as they think it's great, I haven't got a problem with it.
Yeah.
So people have got to earn money. People see it as a business. YouTube, ultimately, if you get to that point, isn't just a hobby for people, is it?
Starts off as a hobby until you start earning that money.
Yep.
And then it does become like, I had to take a few breaks because it got into like, I end up just doing it for the money, and I stopped enjoying it.
Yeah.
And it's just like, oh, I've got to do a video today, otherwise I'll lose 100 quid, sort of thing. That's how I felt, and it felt then I've got a string today because I've got to get the donations. And then if I don't get no donations, it's like, oh, you know what, screw streaming, what's the point? So it got as a job, and then I just sort of cut down a bit. I used to do 2 videos a day when I was back at home, like 4 kids, a wife, full-time job. I used to do 2 videos a day.
Yeah, trying to keep the house.
Now I'm single, living at my parents. Like, I've done
less.
2 videos this week because I'm just enjoying it a lot more.
Yeah.
So when I put a video out, it means like I've actually enjoyed making that video. I'm not just putting it out to get the money. Like, Now I find myself playing the game a lot more for fun.
Yeah.
Where I went for a year just playing the game just because I had to play the game.
Yeah.
Like for footage. Now I can enjoy it a lot more.
Is there a video today, Meadsy? Says
no,
Adam.
maybe tonight. I was going to actually do a video, but then Tony invited me around. So maybe tonight. I have got a couple lined up, so maybe. And Adam, your question, weren't you invited to the next guest stream? Yes, on Friday I'm actually appearing with the game, like Wargaming, on their stream, on their actual channel. So yes. I don't know what other questions there are.
Yeah, is there any other questions for us?
What other games do you play? Do you play any games?
Not anymore, no. I used to, I used to love Call of Duty.
They were the days, weren't they? Call of Duty, me.
There's
We've got
about 8 of us, didn't there? Like our own little community.
So there's four of us, 4 brothers, and every night we used to go on to Call of Duty. Every night
when the wives were asleep.
when they were.
Misses, yeah.
Used to always be like the wife. Are you coming to bed? No, I've got a date with my brothers. Like
Good old days.
good old days.
We used to love it, didn't we? This must have driven our missus mad at the time because we were on our game and screaming and shouting at each other and swearing and telling each other all sorts of names. But we wasn't just us in the end. We had like local lads that were on there, people that were quite like in Manchester and stuff.
Yeah.
About 8 of us usually, and we even made up like our own game, didn't we?
Yeah.
Was it Mike Myers?
Mike Myers, it was called.
Well, I don't know if it's someone else had got it from somewhere, but we used to like just play this game for hours, didn't we? And we just spend the whole night laughing at each other. But no, I don't. My boys are like heavily into their gaming, and you'd think I'd be more into it. It's just getting that spare time. Over lockdown, I had the PlayStation 4 in the living room, and just for even if it was just half an hour or an hour, I'd go on Gun Game and just play that.
I haven't played PS4. I gave my PS4 to my son because it's just like
Don't get the time.
if I have time to play the PS4, I can have time to play that and make footage and stuff like that. So yeah, I don't really get the time to play any other game. World of Tanks is like the only game I play.
I used to love Football Manager. Used to absolutely love Football Manager. Or it used to be like before then. It used to be Championship Manager. I used to absolutely love that. Play that game for hours. But yeah, it's not enough hours in a day for me to do everything I want to do. I'm either editing videos, I am watching videos, I am commenting on Instagram. I'm on Instagram, by the way, if you haven't followed me on there, as Fragdicted, getting quite a nice big following on there now, which is going well. You're not on Instagram, are you?
No, I'm not on that.
Is there a community on Instagram?
Yeah. There is. I don't go on any social media now. I've come off everything. So
Okay.
no Facebook, nothing. Just literally YouTube. And we got it's called Discord. It's like a chat.
Yeah, I know. Yep. Like game chat. It's like associated with games, but
so literally I'm on Discord and YouTube. That's it. No, nothing else.
How many followers have you got on Discord?
Who, me? On my server, I've got 7,000, I think, people on my server.
Wow.
But every clan, like, I'm in a clan, so we've got our own clan server, and then sort of every YouTuber's got a server. So I'm on like 100 different servers. So
Oh wow.
it could be eventful, funny. Like we all go on voice, when sometimes we go on video. You can go video chat on there. Like last week, I went on video. I go on video chat every night with a couple of my mates.
Really?
Last week, I went down there. I was having a drink, and Mum had a dress on the sofa.
Right.
So I thought, why not? I put a dress on.
So,
yeah,
wow.
just
Fetching.
got drunk on Discord and just have fun, you know. And that's what we do literally every single night now.
Really?
Not last night.
When you're not working.
Not last night. The night before, I think I went to bed at 5 a.m. And then I fell asleep on Discord, like on voice. And because I fell asleep, they decided it'd be funny to ring me.
Nick. GoldenEye, Nintendo.
GoldenEye, but
One of
Nintendo,
the best
64,
games
yeah,
ever.
that was a great game.
Wicked. So yeah, no, this is like I've really enjoyed this stream. It's been nice to get you round, just have a chat, really. And like, thanks for all your help because you've given me little pointers and things I can do. I think I'm doing things that even you don't. Like I put
StreamYard. You
can see-
introduced me to StreamYard.
Yeah,
which is-
StreamYard.
I've streamed on it regularly, like.
And also, you seem like I'm putting a lot of effort into like my thumbnails and stuff, and I do put a lot of time and effort into it, as you can see. So I'm never going to get the sort of following. The gaming sort of network and like community is worldwide.
Yeah.
It's massive.
The best thing about gaming, like,
It's
I actually
huge.
turned down the chance to work with PUBG.
Right. Okay.
When that first came out, they offered me a position. Like my mate took the position, and he's he's the biggest What Blitz YouTuber, and he was doing What Blitz for 5 years, and he got like, now he's got about 70,000 subs. In a year of doing PUBG, he's got around 110,000
Wow.
now. So it kicked off really, and he was the first one. He see the market there, and I done one video of PUBG when it first came out, and then the game actually got in contact with me. But I actually said to him, like, I haven't got time.
Yeah.
But he now gets paid from the game to play. On top of that, he gets paid for
YouTube
events going
AdSense and
New
everything.
York,
Oh, wow.
everything like that. The
PUBG is
AdSense,
big, isn't it?
It's
Is
really,
PUBG
really
mobile?
big.
Is it? Sorry, excuse my ignorance. It's mobile. Yeah.
PUBG Mobile. You can get PUBG on PC, Xbox,
Right.
and all that as well.
Okay.
So yeah, I missed out on that market just because I didn't have time. Where I could have gave up my job right now and earning mega money. But
You know what? This is strange. Like I don't know if anyone else, any of the other parents in here as well, have done the same thing. But my boys have been into YouTube for like years and years.
every kid is.
You know, like I used to take them to events. I don't know if you remember. They've
Yeah.
seen like KSI Live. They've seen all these different big YouTubers that have got millions and millions of followers, and they still follow them today. And back then, they were kids. These people, they're men now, but they were kids streaming and streaming together and playing FIFA together and stuff like that. And the boys playing FIFA, they were like when they were young. We're talking like 10 and below. They're saying to me, like, Dad, I want to be a YouTuber.
That's exactly what Callum's saying to me.
But now it's so saturated. But back 5-6 years ago, maybe longer, it won't have been as saturated.
Never,
and if I'd
never heard of it.
If I'd supported them, if I'd like said, right, okay, let's do it, and got behind them and helped them, I could introduce my editing and everything else into it. Can you imagine? Like, it could have actually gone somewhere. And I've like you can't turn back the clock, unfortunately. But what I'd say that, like, if any of your kids want to go into something like that, like, just let them do it.
Why
Put some
not?
effort into them, because they're the next generation. My kids haven't got no interest in it anymore, but I'm just so gutted. When they were younger,
Callum asked me the other day, I
would
said
love
to him, when I get my own place, first thing he asked, can I have my own setup? Like, can I have I want 3 screens, a streaming device, and even now, like, you say to him, if you said to me when I was 11, sorry, he's 11, what do you want to be when you're older? It would probably be a police officer or whatever. Now, you ask my son who's 11, what do you want to be when you're older? YouTuber.
yeah.
It's
But you just worry that it's going to be oversaturated. then.
Yeah.
So you need to get them on now.
Yeah,
You need to get
and
them
he,
on
and he
now.
tells all his friends, like, sometimes I get all his little friends on my stream, like, hi Darren, it's Callum's friend. Like, it's like, yeah, my
He's
dad's a
obviously-
YouTuber.
He's
like,
obviously proud of you.
Yeah.
And you are. I'll class it. I wouldn't class myself as it. I've got like 1,000 followers, but I would class you as a YouTuber.
How long have you
You're
been on
earning
YouTube?
money. Since November last year.
took me 2 years to get 1,000,
2 years to get 1,000, did it?
but then after 1,000, it does start to go up
Mine's
really quickly.
Mine's a
See-
bit slow at the moment.
See, with the World of Tanks Blitz guys, they're quite lucky now because I like helping people out. As I help you, I help everyone else out. So I shouted out one person who then went on to get 3,000 subs, like, just from my shout out, and it's just like that, 3,000 subs. Like, took me a year to get fucking 1,000 subs.
Yeah.
But at least I can say, like, I don't mind helping them out. I'd only ever shout out a channel that I deserved to be, like, that I think deserves to be shouted out. Where, because I shouted out one, the thing with having so many subs is when you shout out one, you get all the, oh, can you shout out my channel? Can you shout out my channel? Always, every time. Like, if I log on to Discord now, I'd probably have a message saying, hi, this is my channel, can you shout it out? But I'd only ever shout out a channel if I think it deserves to be shouted out, if I like the channel.
Yeah.
So,
There's this sort of there's one of the biggest UK, or I think he is the biggest UK creator now for fragrance. He's got that attitude that he will help people that deserve to be helped.
Yeah.
Because you can imagine if everyone goes to him and says, "Can you shout this out? Can you
I'm exactly the
do
same.
this, or give my channel a mention, or do this or do that?" He'd be doing it like all the time.
Yeah.
And he has recognised that people that are going to stay, people are going to put the work in, he will help them. And I've been on his channel now, and I got a few subs from that. But I've already got a following, if that makes sense. Those subs aren't going to make the biggest difference to me, but everyone builds, doesn't it?
But that's what I did, and that's to build my channel. I started off, the biggest thing for me was social media. Facebook, like, I'm sure for you, I'm sure there's Facebook pages.
There are Instagram's
with
the
fragrances.
mage thing, and I'm growing. My Instagram's much bigger on my YouTube.
Yeah, and that's what I done. I went onto Facebook, typed in World of Tank Split, see if whatever channel there
Going
is,
to the forums.
add them all. Every time you make a video, post a video on there. And then we've got introduced to Discord and stuff like that. Go onto all the YouTubers' channels, go onto YouTubers' live streams, or comment on all their videos, and you become well known, like, because you're always there.
Yeah.
So, and that's what I did. So I built up literally my community by myself, like by putting myself, doing the work.
Yeah.
And even now I could say, like, if someone asked me, it's just like, hey, go and do it yourself. I did. But
was your proudest moment like getting to the 1,000? Because you probably had the 4,000 watch hours straight away because of the
Yes,
type
I
of
did.
gaming channel you had.
As soon as I was monetized, as soon as I got to that 1,000, I already had the
because
4,000,
people
so-
watch gaming all the
But
way through.
my proudest moment was that first paycheck, and it
Really?
was because here in England it won't be the same, but to withdraw the first lot of money, the threshold is £60.
Yeah.
So like the first 2-3 months, it was like I built up to like £58, and it was just like, oh my god, I'm so close.
Yeah.
And then once you got over that £60, it was just like, oh my god, like I've actually been paid for the first time. It wasn't a lot. It was like 70-80 quid.
Yeah.
It was just, for me then, it was amazing. Like, and you'll be the same once you get your first paycheck. It won't be a lot, and it'll mean nothing really. Like, it won't help in any way. Now, obviously, it's different now, but because if I got the same paycheck as I was back there, it's like, now this month was the least I've earned in 2 years.
Yeah.
It's still more than my job. Like, it's still quite a lot of money.
Yeah.
But that's the thing, when you start doing it for money, you look at the last months and you're like, oh, it wasn't as good as last month. I better be better this month. But now, being at my parents', like, I'm single, don't need as much money as I used to.
Yeah.
It doesn't
bother you as
It doesn't
much.
bother me as much, no.
Well, it's obviously, you know, I got monetized last week,
Yep.
and
You owe me a fiver.
I do. If I haven't got it in my pocket, otherwise I'll give you it now. But no, it's one of those things where I'm not that bothered. You know, like me and my wife joked about in a chat before you came on last week, and we said, like, it's like, I'm now monetized. I'm going to earn £2 next month, which
Yeah.
you can't even earn that.
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
got to earn it as a loan. But so it's not the money. It's just a milestone, isn't it? I just think it's just like, you're quite proud. Tell you another thing I was quite proud of. This is just like the tiniest little thing, and you must have remembered this type of thing happening to you. So there would have been bigger Blitz YouTube channels around the time you were growing.
Yeah.
And I wrote a comment on someone else's, a bigger content creator than me, he's an American guy, and I went on his channel, watched a video, and just made a comment, and someone else has commented on my comment and put, yeah, it's Tony.
Yeah.
Just like, some people like,
I get that.
know who I am,
Sometimes
which is-
I feel
wow.
bad. Sometimes I feel bad, and I hate it. Now I hate it. If I went onto another live stream and said hello, the whole live stream, because I think I'm like the second. Well, actually, the person that's first in the highest amount of subs, he don't play the game anymore.
Right.
So actively on the game, I'm actually the highest amount of subbed
Wow.
person on the game. Like,
Massive
apart from the Russian server, like, they've got hundreds of thousands.
And I am proud of him. Don't tell him
English
that,
wise, I'm probably at the moment, I will get overtaken, but I'm probably the highest amount of subbed. So when I go on to someone else that's streaming and say hi, if they've got 200 or 300 viewers,
yeah.
every single person, hi Meadsy, and they'll start asking me questions. I leave, like, because it's like, hey guy, like, I don't want to be disrespectful for this guy. Like, I'm here to watch this guy, just like you are. Like, don't ask questions on my stream. Like, you're here for him, and I hate it now. So I try and not reply if people like that, or if I'll just watch in silence.
Yeah.
So I don't have that, because I hate, like, it's nice being well known, but secretly I don't really like it. Like, you know, I'm a private guy. Like, I don't like all this stuff. Like, everywhere I go, messages and stuff like that. I'm a private guy, and my YouTube, you, my mum, and maybe a couple of brothers, they know about my channel, but the rest of the family, they know nothing.
So the
Like,
biggest guy in the
absolutely nothing.
Blitz community. So I see fragrance as being smaller than World of Blitz in terms of what my potential could be or where it could grow. But the biggest Blitz YouTuber has how many subs?
Now he's got about 70,000, but he could have had much more because he's so good.
And I
but
think
he went over to PUBG and he stopped really doing content.
I think the biggest.
English, that is. If you go to the Russian YouTubers, they've got 100, 200,000.
Wow.
Like, there's actually one person that he does memes, like funny videos. Angel, he's got like 70, 80,000. So he's probably the biggest But as for review type thing, like at the moment, I'm pretty much the biggest, but I will get overtaken by these newer guys who's just come onto the scene.
Yeah. And did you know the biggest channel in the fragrance community? I don't know if I've told you before how many he's got. This might surprise you.
No.
I don't know if you know. So there's a guy called Jeremy Fragrance. He's a German guy.
Right.
He sometimes goes over to Miami a lot. Very, very well known in the fragrance industry. And all he does is review, similar to this. 1.3 million.
Oh.
So, but that is literally, he is like a mile ahead of everybody.
To be honest, from your channel, I've only watched one other person.
Okay.
And that was
Fragmental Chris. Yeah.
That's the only person that I've...
And Chris is one of the people I look up to.
I think it was because you was doing a live with him and I clicked his channel and had a look. And...
Yeah, he's good at what he does as well. He's very good.
Of course, I've had a look at the girls' ones that you have on your stream sometimes.
Well, yeah, of course, yeah. You perv. Sorry, girls. But no, it's the biggest Tony, but I don't enjoy his reviews. I find them too cheesy. And a lot of people do, and it's one of the reasons it's become so big. He's so sort of machine to be mass appealing to probably younger people
But
as
that's
well.
the thing, like, I don't care. If you don't like it, I don't care. And you can't care. If you start caring, then you're going to look at all the downvotes. Oh my God, why have I got this many downvotes? Or you're going to look at the negative comments. Like, you've got to learn, as a YouTuber, you've got to learn to ignore them.
He is. He's just said Chris is awesome. Fragmental, his editing is just insane. I don't know if you've noticed that. It's just crisp and clean. And you'll see there, look, Heather, I don't watch Jeremy. There are a lot of people that are immersed in the fragrance industry don't actually watch him.
Yeah.
Or they watch him and they think it's just cringy. He'll be on TikTok and he'll down a load of eggs, like nothing to do with fragrance.
Yeah.
And he's always got a bottle of Dior Sauvage in his hand. And
Donation. Well, a stick up from channel 69.
thanks very much. That's very nice of you. Thank you for that. Appreciate it. Thank you. So I'm not got to get used to this. It's mad. I don't know if I got a little bit emotional on Sunday.
Your first one?
Yeah, because I was like, it just like overwhelming, like so overwhelming. This lady put $20 in heels. She was in the chat earlier, and I was just like, what the hell? Like, it's the first time it's ever happened.
See, for
Mad.
me, sometimes you'll get, if I'm streaming, sometimes someone will stream for you to play a shit tank.
Right. Okay.
They'll donate
for you.
to play a shit tank.
Yeah.
And then sometimes I've had it once where there's been like a bidding war. So someone's donated this much, and then someone's donated higher.
Oh,
no,
wow.
don't play it. And then they donate. So it got to someone was donated like £200.
Oh, wow.
Plus, on top of the £70 he donated before, then the £50. So I think the most I've earned is in one stream is about 600 quid. Like, just because of these two nutters. Like, you're not going to beat me in donations. And then in the end, I told them, let's just stop. Like, just stop. YouTube are going to take 30% of that. Just stop.
My dogs are going mad in the background. I'm not sure what's going on.
Becca's probably home now.
No, bear with me 1 second. I'll just go and see what they're going mad at. Darren can keep talking to you.
Any
and
other
answering
questions? Any other questions? Wow, that loud. So, any of my subscribers that are here still, like, do check out Tony's channel. It's definitely worth a sub. Like, me and CJ are always in his lives. Like, we know nothing about fragrances. It's just fun. Just chat.
Yeah, we'll have to go soon because Becca's going to be home shortly, and I want to make sure that I'm going to do a dinner. I think tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, She comes home. She does her exercise. I'm going to do her dinner tonight. But no, it's been a great stream. I really appreciate you coming on. MEADSY69, when did you get your haircut? It looks fresh.
I got my haircut Sunday.
Sunday.
Turkish
I got mine
barbers.
done about a week ago.
It doesn't look as good, man.
Yeah, whatever. I got the Winlington wave going.
Yeah, but I've actually got, I don't know if you can see it, I've got some greys.
Yeah, I've got loads of greys.
Yeah, but I'm 32.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Stress. It's all stress.
Right, brilliant. Never miss a video. I kind of fancy these Meads guys. That's CJ. Thanks, CJ. We fancy you too. I've never seen you, but I still fancy you. Just because you're a nice guy. I fancy your personality.
Yeah. Personality.
I hope he has. Oh, so got it. Right, let's put Tony's haircut on Meadsy. I had my hair done about 10 years ago. Frag, you're cool. Sorry, I don't know your name. I'm Tony. But no, thank you everybody for joining us. We're going to head off. Darren wants to go home, probably create some content for himself.
Yeah, I need to make a video and then maybe go live.
It's time getting on. I said about an hour and we've gone over that. We're at 74 hour and 15 minutes nearly. But no, really appreciate everybody joining us, and thanks for your donation. Really appreciate that. I will see everyone again. I'm still trying to persuade Becca for another Sunday live. She wants a week off because it's at my weekend off, so we might have a thing. If Darren has a stream, I will probably join that one evening this week. He's got some time to himself. But don't mean come on your stream, I mean just be in the chat. But thank you everybody.
Can you just give Batman and CJ a quick yeah nah?
Yeah, nah. Probably made myself look like a right idiot there.
No, that's fine. That's what we always say. It's just, I don't even know where it's come from,
But no, thanks everyone again for joining.
He hearts it because you said, yeah,
oh, wow.
Yeah, nah. There we go. I don't even know why you come up with that. It's just something we always say.
But no,
Jono, yeah.
But we got to go.
Yes, stop.
Becca's going to be home in a minute. I want to make sure that I'm off stream. I won't get in trouble. She knows I've been on there. She came on and said hello. She said, who are these ugly mugs? So this has been awesome. I've loved it. Darren's favourite. I'm now going to be decanting a little bit of the Chronic for him, and I might even give him a little bit of Aventus too. Thanks again for everybody for taking care, and take care, stay safe, and we'll see you again.
Keep smelling wonderful.
Thank you. See you everyone. Take care of yourself. I'll stop waffling now. Bye.